Hey everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a review on the CreaClip, which I have to admit was actually not the real CreaClip. I found this on Amazon and it was essentially the same thing, although you know how I usually like to support the people who actually invented the thing, so I'm actually going to put both the links in the description below so that you will have access to the real brand and also this knockoff brand. So you can see that the white one is a larger one and this blue one here is the smaller one for bangs or thinner hair, and you can see that it has a level on it that can rotate depending on what angle you want to cut your hair. You can see I'm just washing and scrubbing down the teeth of the clips. The clips looked pretty clean before, but it's just a force of habit, I guess. And I'm just brushing out my hair to get out all the tangles. And you can see that my ends are a little bit lighter, they're a little bit thin. I'm going to take off about 3 inches today, although I could probably use to get rid of maybe like 5 inches. My hair was 54 inches here, the longest it had been in a good 6 years, so now it's going to be 51 inches after the cut. The clip says to be used on clean, dry hair, but this was actually the day before wash day. It's pretty greasy here, but I don't want to walk around leaving a trail of little cut hairs everywhere, so I'm going to cut it today and then wash it tomorrow. I'm just running a flat iron through my hair, not to get it dead straight or anything, but to control some of my waves and curls and just make sure that my hair is going to be cut evenly. But since I'm going to be washing my hair in a day or two, I'm not putting a huge amount of effort into getting it really straight. And you can see how thin my ends are, yay! So this is the only use I have for this comb, the tail, just to make a part. And I am just smoothing out my hair. So I typically either brush my hair straight back or I put my hair in a center part when I'm cutting it, even though I normally have a left side part. So I open up the clip and I put my hair through, and you can see that I can just snap it shut with that little lock on the right side. Having a little trouble with it. There we go. And then I'm using my more flexible arm to try and pull down that clip. And yes, I know that it's uneven. And I'm going to show you how to even it out later on. So you can see I'm pulling, trying to keep my head straight as possible, and making sure that all the hair is lying smooth and equally distributed. But you can see I am using my phone to actually take a picture and make sure that it is straight and level at the bottom. Alternatively, you can just look in the mirror, make sure that you look at it from both sides, both angles, to make sure that you're not tilting your head any which way. So now you can see that I brought the clip around me and I am trimming off the last 3 inches there. And because of my last cut, it was also straight across, so I could use the length of the hair sticking out of the clip as a gauge. So these are my shears. These are the Tweezerman Professional Stainless 2000 7.5 inch styling shears, and I hide them from the rest of my family to make sure that they are only used for my hair. So you can see that rat's nest here. That will go to the birds. And brushing out my hair, it's not Velcro-y anymore at the ends, yay! And you can see how it is so much straighter here. So my first impressions of cutting straight across like this with the CreaClip, it was pretty quick and manageable. I would say it was easier and more reliable than the trimming method I used 5 years ago when I was just doing the same thing with my fingers. The tension was just enough to hold my hair in place while I was trimming, but for somebody with thinner hair, I think the white clip might slip out. But the blue clip is smaller and holds the hair tighter, so somebody with thinner hair might be able to use the blue clip instead. Now, it definitely would have been easier if I had somebody else helping me, but I did manage to make do with just my cell phone and a mirror. And now I'm going to show you how I initially flubbed my bangs, but then fixed them for the most part. So you can see here I am parting my hair from the end of my eyebrow to the end of the other, going back to about the crown. And then I realized that was way too much fringe for me to commit to right now, so I got rid of some of that hair and brought that part forward. I can always cut more later if I feel that this is too thin of a fringe. But I know that 95% of the time I'm going to have a left side part, so you can see I'm sort of feeling around to try and find my natural part where my hair naturally falls. Now, when I used to cut my bangs before, I preferred an angled cut, so I would pull all my hair to the opposite side where I wanted the longer hair, and then twist it and just cut straight across. The twisting allowed a bit more angle, and it also seemed to soften the end of the cut. I thought that I could combine these techniques with the use of the blue clip, but it's been some 4 years or so since I last trimmed my bangs, so I was definitely rusty at it. Since it had been a while and I wasn't sure how short I wanted to go, and also I don't know what the hair trends are going to be this upcoming year, I decided to start with chin length layers. I figured that this would give me some insurance if I needed to cut more to level it out, which obviously I did. So now you can see me pulling the clip to the left. This made the hair on the far side longer to angle the cut. And then I twisted, which was my fatal error. I made a blunt cut to start with, just to get rid of the length. Incidentally, now I know that my hair grows almost a foot a year. Getting rid of the clip now, it's looking a bit too blunt and there are still a couple of choppy pieces, so I pulled my hair to the left again and twisted and evened out some of that length and softened the ends. By that point, my hair was taking curl from my twisting it so much and it was being a bit uncooperative, so I used the flat iron on it again so I could see what was going on. And there was still a little bit too much length on the left side there. So finally, I decided to use the blue clip as directed. So I rotated the level and I angled the clip down. And now I could see where some of the remaining long hairs were and I could get rid of those. So now pulling some of that newly cut fringe to the other side, I could now use that as a gauge so that I knew how short to cut the length of the left side. So you can see again, I'm pulling it across so I can angle it and just snipping it away. Now I can style the layers the way I like them, whether that is straightening them or curling them, and they're long enough to still be pulled back into a bun or held in a high ponytail, but it's short enough to be able to pull them out as tendrils to soften and updo if I want to. And it will give me a little bit more to play with without having to, cut the entire length of my hair. Non sequitur, this is my dog, and also lots and lots of static electricity. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later.